Hey, look, I see a relic really high up over here.
Nice.
Cool spot.
They got me working on the Titan project. Massive constructs, synthetic giants to hold the line.
Ooh, this area's got a nice tropical kind of island vibe to it. All right, be sure to bear with me and watch the entire video because we've got a whole bunch to talk about with this one today. Many people are loving it.
Got one.
And some not as much. It's not a bad idea. But what do I think? Use the shield as a protection. With this suit, if you just press X to jump and hold it down, look how high up you can go. And that's without using the jetpack. That's just straight up jump. Jumping flash, I wish.
Hello there. You seem to be pretty good at all this.
So we're going to review Titan Isles today, and there's quite a bit to cover, so I'm going to be as fast as I possibly can. Oh, nice. I played the entire game in co-op, so I can give you my true and accurate opinion on the experience. That was a close call. Now, you can play the entire game alone if you want,
That was pretty sick.
but it's so much more fun with friends.
I'm so tired. That's pretty epic. Did you see me doing it?
Yeah, I did. I mean, you can just hear how much fun we're having.
You see those big tiles up there?
Yeah.
I was on top of the tiles. That was good.
Put your hands up like you're on a Disney ride. Woohoo! Let's check this game out.
The highly seasoned gamer VR.
Let's get some of the technical stuff out of the way first. You can play with up to 4 friends across 3 different VR platforms. This port has head and controller haptics as well as support for the B Haptics vest. It's got eye-tracked foveated rendering and runs at 90 FPS on PS5 and 120 on PS5 Pro. You can play the game in 20 different languages, which is impressive. And according to them, there's going to be seasonal content, so I already can't wait until Christmas. There's about 9 giant areas to explore with a huge Titan to fight at the end of each area. There's no crazy patterns to learn, but they're pretty epic. Take care of these guys from a distance. From a distance. Show our age with that song. So here's how the game works. There's 4 suits that you can choose to wear or be in the game. And if you don't know which one you like, you can always go into the training room and try it out first. You can change suits between missions if you like, and each one has a whole bunch of upgrades that you can do.
This is the hunter suit. It can grapple onto any surface and comes with a deadly bow and arrow.
Now the hunter's pretty cool if you're into like bow and arrow type stuff as your weapon. My problem is you don't have the jetpack. So your option becomes this kind of Windland style Spider-Man swinging mechanic, which is super fun, but not when you have a jetpack. I guess you need to experiment and upgrade your suits to figure out what you like best. The Goliath has a shield, for example. Totally forgot about the shield.
I know we've only just met, but how do you feel about being
Brooke Shield. But what I like is all 4 players can use the same suit if you want, so you're not just stuck choosing one.
I got the box, I think.
Whoa. Are the suits unbalanced? Possibly, but it doesn't matter because you can all pick the same guy if you want. All 4 players can pick Storm if they want, which is my personal favorite of the bunch, and I'll show you why. I guess I like this Storm suit because each hand is its own gun, but you can also put them together and get a more powerful gun to work with. But you also have the X button that you can just use as a jetpack to fly yourself super high up, and you've got the regular jetpack buttons as well. You can rush through this game in solo and beat it fast. I gotta take care of this guy. But you really need to play this with at least one other friend. We've only played the game on normal so far, and it's taken multiple hours to get through the game. And we still have a whole bunch of secret areas and relics and stuff to go find. Not to mention other procedurally generated game modes that you can play.
Been around here the longest. So I suppose I'm the matriarch of this ragtag team of survivors.
Good to know. The audio overall is very good. For an indie game, the voice acting is actually very well done, but it does tend to interrupt itself a lot and ramble at times, but you can shut it off.
Suave, danger-loving archaeologist, but even I have my limits.
Being a music composer, I'm sick of indie games having horrible music, so I was pleasantly surprised with this one. I'm really picky and they did a great job. Awesome music. These big open areas are great because you're going to be running and flying, using jetpacks, swinging, doing triple jumps, depending on which suit you use, to traverse through these areas. Don't worry, I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I'm not even going to show you the last section. Whoa. This reminds me of Into Black. I like how you can really see your shadow. See, if you shoot these boxes, the green thing will come to you like Arcanage, which is awesome. If you're into heights in VR like me, then you're definitely gonna like this.
I'm too close.
Me too. The Titans that you fight at the end of each section are huge and very fun to fight with your friends. This could be a problem. Whoa. I'm actually one of those people that hates complicated boss fights, but not in this game. Let me see if I can run up this thing. And that's because you always know what to do. I love these, they're so fun.
Oh, it got me.
Which is just shoot off all the armor. Orange?
Yeah.
Aren't you glad?
Aren't you glad? We knew you were going to say it.
So fun getting high up and shooting from above. You can find a nice place high up. Whoa. Then you can kind of use the walls as protection. Oh, this is fun. There's some really cool segments in parts of the stages. Very creative. Like this part where you're hanging on to a zip line while you're shooting stuff. Help me get these guys. Let's talk about the graphics for a second. They're very clear and they're very colorful. It's the same company, so yes, the game worlds have a similar look to the Windland games, which is not a bad thing, and each section has its own colors and visual style. I love how you can just climb the walls. Do I wish the graphics had even more detail? Well, of course, but it looks nice.
Ooh.
Oh, this is fun. Okay, here we go. I can't wait to try some of these missions with 4 friends.
I think I did it.
Nice job. I got through it too. You can all separate and look for hidden stuff. Ooh, there's a target under there.
Oh, yeah, go back.
Now, whether you're alone or with friends, this hub area is where you're going to be in between each mission. There's a couple things you can do here, like check out your collectibles, how many relics and secret areas and targets that you may have found. In here, you'll find a bar. Hey buddy, can you grab me a whiskey or something? Or now you can't have a good VR game without at least having a disco ball and a dance floor somewhere. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Let's party. Now there is more to the game than just the standard missions. In fact, if you come up here to one of these screens, there's a whole bunch of things like races, collectathons, wasp hunt, bullseye blitz, city shootout, and you can do them with up to 4 people. Even when you're playing the mini games, you still choose which suit you want to use before you start. I really enjoy the races because really you're just flying. And what's great is when you hit the ground, your running speed is no different than your flying speed or your jetpack speed. So you can take shortcuts, but you can also just kind of put your arms out in front of you and feel like you're flying. Like, for example, that's really the way I need to go. Bullseye Blitz is exactly what it sounds like. You've got to get as many of these bullseyes as you can find, and they're everywhere. And it feels so good and dreamy and floaty. The controls are really nice in this game. It's probably the highlight. It's also really fun to look for hidden items.
Enemies aren't the only things worth hitting. Crates and training targets across Tosca can drop useful rewards. Keep an eye out.
I haven't even shown you how the main missions work yet, so we'll get to that in a moment. You'll definitely have fun working with your teammates, finding ways to knock off all these shields. Now, if you want an extreme challenge, there's different difficulty settings that you can choose. And there is a new Game Plus mode if you beat the game. Now, honestly, unless I'm playing a game like Uncharted, I usually don't care about the story very much in games, but there's one there. Beat the stage, you just go back to your ship. Anyways, finally time to truly check out the meat and potatoes of this game. I know it's weird to compare this game to Into Black, but in some ways, with the jetpacks and the 4-player co-op and the missions, it works in a similar way. Whenever you're ready for your next mission, you can choose easy, normal, heroic, or legendary. You'll get more points to spend on upgrades the harder you choose. And of course, there's different routes that you can choose as well, which you'll see here is how you get to where you're trying to go. And it'll tell you how many hidden targets and things there are to find in this area. Whenever you and your friends are ready to go and wearing your suit of choice, you just head on over to the ship and you'll go on to the next mission. You all get to fly on the ship together, so that's pretty fun too. Yay! I like these little orange leaves, whatever it is that we're standing on. Whoa, I'm too close. Way too close.
I'm too close.
Way too close.
Back it up. I'll back it up.
I gotta. Whoa.
Oh, there's an enemy over here too.
Yeah, there's another one. Now, of course, there are leaderboards for all this stuff, so you can compete globally and with your friends. City Rush is another similar mode where you're shooting these targets, but you're trying to go as quickly as you can while you're running through it. The Collectathon mode is, well, just what you'd expect. You're trying to collect these things, but when you've got 3 or 4 friends with you, all rushing to collect these, and that's what makes it so fun. If something looks blurry to you, it's just because it's using eye tracking. Check this out. Knee strength. You ever see a game with that in there? I was just checking out my collectibles here, but the menu system is amazing. I mean, literally every option you could possibly want. There's comfort settings, crosshair settings, and height adjustments. There are tons of audio settings, so if the voices annoy you, you can shut off the dialogue completely. You can tweak everything just the way you like it. I mean, I'm not changing any of this stuff, but grip threshold, I mean, you could change the vertical rotation offset. You can go nuts. From cosmetic colors to body and head type. You're definitely not going to run out of things to upgrade and unlock. Yeah, we can separate, I guess. There's definitely a lot of replayability here, especially with all the other game modes. The game is only launching at $24.99 in the US. Of course, you can wait for a sale, but I actually think it's priced correctly. It's a good value, you're getting a decent amount of content. Back in the 90s, sometimes I would spend $70 just on one Super Nintendo game, believe it or not. So to think that a few friends can jump in for 25 bucks each and have a blast together is pretty awesome. Ooh, there's a big guy up there.
Let's try to keep our distance and try to be safe, you know?
Alright, so what am I going to rate this? Yeah, that's true. It's never good to run in too close. Leroy Jenkins. Yeah, in a way, it feels like one of those old wave shooters, but in a good way. This suit allows you to do a kind of a jump through flames. These guys are tough to get.
They are.
Ooh, I like this. Yeah, I like this purpley kind of area. Before I give you my final review, I just wanted to let you know that I'm not really into trophy hunting, but if you are, there's 30 to find, and there is a platinum.
The other piece?
Oh, goodness. That's a lot of whatever that thing is.
It was really nice to play a very polished game at launch with basically 0 bugs or issues. Guess we're going this way. If you're playing alone, maybe it's a 7.5 or an 8. But I personally would rate this game an 8.9. And how's this? I'll even give you a second opinion.
The game's really good. The control feels great. The jetpack is one of the most fun I've had since Into Black.
I'm gonna take you for a ride.
Finding the relics and the secret areas make it interesting.
This guy is a total pain in the ass.
Getting height in this game and looking down is, like you might have said, is one of the best like jumping flash moments you could have in a game. I think I give this game an 8 and probably an 8.5 with friends. It's definitely better to play with other people.
I agree.
And it's not too long, not too short. I think it's definitely recommended by.
But anyway, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll see you in VR.